What's up, guys? We're back in the truck today. We're about to take off. We're getting up earlier and earlier every day. And, we're going to hit the road. We are going to chat a little bit, share some ideas. We are going to make a little bit of money with Uber Eats, and we're going to fly the drone. So come along with me today. Let's hit the road and see where it takes us. Okay, so that pickup took a little bit longer than normal. She had to go back and I guess grab 2 more stretch wraps. And the nice thing about Uber lately is they've been giving me really high paying orders. And if you want to maximize your money throughout the day, usually you have to almost accept everything. And that reminds me, if you have any questions about Uber Eats, anything at all, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer some of your questions. I don't always get to share everything about the job. I can't show you everything, especially stuff in the app. But I can do like screen recordings, stuff like that. So if you're interested, feel free to drop them in the comments. Okay, so we're gonna get up in the air. There's a highway here and a barn I want to check out. I'm not sure if it's the Lodi barn or not, but we're done with that delivery. Let's get up in the air and then, yeah, I'm excited. There it is. Cool highway right here. And I want to get low to the ground and see how fast we can go. I tilted the angle of the camera. Oh, and there's a lake. That's cool. I tilted the angle of the camera to about 30 degrees. So we're gonna head back here and see if we can pick up the speed a little bit. Nope, so it's not the Lodi barn, but it is a cool barn. So we're actually going faster up here, 27 miles per hour. I've never flown on the highway before. This is pretty cool. There's that barn again. Hey, not bad. Fun little flight to get the day started. Let's go grab this and then get back on the road. Okay, 15 bucks for 10 miles at Papa John's. Let's grab it. All right, we got a new pickup here at Kasai for $17 for 18 miles. Okay, so I got a couple questions to keep the conversation going. What's a dream that you're chasing? And what advice would you give your younger self? Have you ever worked a gig job like Uber Eats? Where do you see yourself 1 year from today? And have you ever wanted to learn FPV drone flying? Since I got this vehicle and this drone, my life has changed drastically. The freedom that it creates, you know, especially with this job with Uber Eats, I'm able to just get in my vehicle and drive and have fun doing it. I hope you're having fun watching this and learning a little bit. One of the biggest goals for me right now is to just get my sleep schedule back on track and get up earlier throughout the day. That's going to allow me to fly more, make more money, and just overall experience life more fully. There are some products that I want to purchase too. You know, the Action 6 camera I think will really help me in this channel, and potentially even a new drone like the Avata 2 or the Avata 360. I'd like to think that I've mastered the Neo 2 and that there's higher tiers of drones. I've also been interested in building my own drone, so that could be something that I get into eventually. The main reason why I want to get a Avata 2 or a 360 is because of the speed. I think the Neo 2 max speed is about 27 miles per hour, and I just want to go a little faster. And I think with the build your own FPV drones, you can increase your speed pretty much, you know, a lot more. But once you start building your own drones, it can get really expensive. And I love the DJI system that we got. I'm definitely sticking with DJI. You know, they have microphones, they have action cameras, they have drones, they have all sorts of gimbals. I just really like the DJI community. What kind of drone do you have? Do you have the Neo 2, the Avata 2, the Avata 360, or do you build your own? So we just passed up a $30 order from Walmart, but it was taking me back to Wadsworth, and I just left Wadsworth. So we got a pickup here at Happy Garden for $10 for 2 miles. So let's grab this and keep it going. So one thing I've been thinking about with this channel is you need to have patience. I think my friends and people who like to see me, they have patience. You know, I'm not for the ones who really want a quick bite. You know, I'm not big on fast food, even though I deliver fast food a lot. You know, it's really about the journey that I'm on. So if you've been watching this, you know, and following along for the past few videos, you know, I appreciate it because it really means something. You know, watch time is a big thing. And, you know, I'm hoping that the patience that my viewers will have, you know, will allow them to connect with me more, you know, on a deeper level. You know, these things take time. You know, these videos take time to make. This money takes time to earn. And, you know, I can't just fly every day, all day like I wish I could. I need to work and I need to make money. And I'm sure you do too. But if you're interested in this and, you know, you've been following along, like I said, I just want to say thank you, because it means a lot to me when I get a comment or a like or a subscriber and, you know, people enjoy what they're seeing. It means a lot, you know. So again, thank you. Okay, so I don't recommend this, but Kelly G, the lady that I'm delivering this order from Speedway, she texted me and asked me to pick up a pack of cigarettes for her. And she didn't put it on the order, but she did say that she'll give me a cash tip. So I don't recommend doing this, but if the customer is going to offer a cash tip, I can't turn that down. 20 bucks. I'll take that.
your back, and you duct tape them, and you walk around with a belt for 2.5 hours. And the longer you have to, like, they get suffocated and then they come out. You can't stay. That's not true. They have it for me. I feel like recently I was in some like Amazon rainforest, whatever it's like, whatever. I was in the heat. I was in a high and then you're gonna go into like an old the ship is miserable. You know, it's like you don't know what's gonna do. You don't know what it's gonna do to you, man. Whew. But yeah, dude, I swear, dude, I think Google making a question for everything. I'm like, how could you? There is such a thing. It's fucked up, man. All right, yeah, we're done already.
So that was an awesome flight, super high speed. I pushed the battery just about as far as it can go. And that brings me to the next topic, manual FPV drones. This one is with the RC remote, and it's definitely not manual, but it's close, and it's not like a photography drone, although it has a 4K 60 frames per second gimbal on it. So I love my Neo too, but I'm just thinking like, wow, it would be really cool to fly faster, do some more acrobatic moves in the air, you know, dives. I think dives would be pretty cool to do. With this thing, you can't really dive fast. I mean, you can aim down and look, but it's not a real dive. It's like a slow and controlled dive. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested in getting into manual FPV drones. I mean, I can buy a manual controller for this. I think it's about $197. But I don't even think once I buy that, I'll be able to do those dives. I think I have to dive into the world of, you know, build your own FPV drones. And there's all sorts of drones that I could start with. But I got to do my research. So, you know, I think we're ready for the next level. That's pretty fun. You know, right there, most people can't do that with their camera drones. And the fact that I have goggles attached to this is just amazing. You know, it really immerses me and it makes me feel like I'm flying. So I just love this drone though, DJI Neo 2. If you have any recommendations for, you know, beginner FPV drones, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear about more drones. But that flight was fun. This is just a side note, but if I were to get the Action 6 camera, I just might be able to mount it on my own drone. How cool would that be? Okay, so we got our Dairy Queen pickup, $9, 5 miles. Oh. Front door okay? Okay. You know, something I think I should do more is smile. You know, I think smiling makes you feel better. And I find myself not smiling sometimes, and I'm happy, and I'm like, why am I not smiling? I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think when you smile, there's something with your facial muscles, and it just generally makes you happier, even if you're not happy. So I got to start practicing smiling again. Okay, we got a new pickup here, $8, 1 mile. Let's do it. Okay, we got another pickup here, $14, 9 miles at Arby's. So why don't we grab this? And then we are approaching $100 today. We're pretty close. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'll let you know. I'll follow up with you at the end of the video to let you know how much money we made in quite a short amount of time. One thing that you just don't see anymore, or I've never really seen it, is you don't see people holding up their phone and recording themselves. I never see vloggers. I don't think I've ever seen a vlogger before. And there are people who are vlogging. So maybe most people are just really good at hiding it, like me. Or I don't know. But that's just one more reason to hit record. It's like we have an advantage. I have an advantage over other people because I'm willing to hit record and put myself out there. So if you haven't yet today, be sure to hit record. All right, so I don't know if this is going to be worth it or not. It's a little past 9 o'clock. It's 9:10. So I'm going to go for the third flight in one day. Let's do it. Sunset looked pretty cool, but it might be too dark. I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. A little dark, but that horizon line looks pretty cool. We could hit up this baseball field too, see what's up. Oh, there's two. Definitely looks brighter going this way. Let's try a dive. Oh, there's 3. Don't tell me there's 4. Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me there's 4 baseball fields. Wow, I had no idea I would get 3 flights in one day. That very, very rarely happens. So if you're watching this, you're lucky. And I wanted to try something actually. I wanted to turn down the sharpness and noise reduction just to see if it would, give the shot a different feel or a different look. But I might do that for my next flight. I hear that bringing down the sharpness and noise can help, but who knows? I've never done it before. See what's up at this tower. See, the dives are real slow. I feel like the Avata 2 might be a little bit better for dives, or obviously an FPV manual drone, build would be better. But I don't know, this is fun to play with. I love it. It's definitely my favorite drone I've had. Super fun. Hell yeah. All right, let's bring her home. Hell yeah. That was awesome. So we have a bunch of footage to play with tonight. We got 3 flights in. We didn't get lunch, but I did have a banana. And, we made upwards of $100. And we had that $20 cash tip, so that's awesome. I'll throw the numbers up on the screen once I get home. But, yeah. I love this drone, man. It's so fun. I feel bad for anybody who doesn't have one, honestly. It's just the thing to do. Just get out and fly. Like I always say, just fly. I mean, it really makes me feel better. It gives me a break from reality, and it kind of puts me into a different perspective that I don't normally get, that you don't normally get with any other kind of drone. So FPV is definitely the way to go. But yeah, it's good Wednesday. I think we're done for deliveries for tonight. So we're gonna head home, make us some dinner, and I think that'll be the end of our video. So stay tuned for more, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.